Have you ever pondered how our ancestors navigated through their 24-hour cycles? How did they differentiate between day and night without our modern gadgets? How did they organize their lives, their work, their leisure activities? It's a fascinating journey if you dare to venture back in time. Imagine a day in the life of an ancient Egyptian. The day would have begun with the first light of dawn. No alarm clocks needed. The crowing roosters or the rising sun itself would have been the signal to rise and shine. The first task, fetching water from the Nile for household needs, a communal activity that brought together families and neighbors. Then, it was time for work. Many Egyptians were farmers, so they would head to the fields, guided by the sun's position in the sky. Others were builders, artisans or scribes, and their work would often be dictated by the natural light available. Lunch would have been a simple affair, often bread and beer, consumed in the midst of their work. Remember, there were no lunch breaks as we know them today. As the sun started to descend, the work would wind down. Evenings were for family, for shared meals, for stories around the fire. And when darkness fell, it was time for sleep, the stars serving as a blanket over the ancient world. Now shift gears and picture a day in the life of a medieval European. The day would begin with the tolling of the church bells, a call to morning mass. Work would follow, whether in the fields, the market, or the manor. Midday meals were communal, a time for socializing and trading news. Evenings were a time for relaxation and recreation. Music, dances, and storytelling were common pastimes. And when the church bells tolled the evening prayers, it was time to retire for the night. Reflect on these snapshots of ancient life and compare them with our modern routines. The pace of life has certainly accelerated. We have more gadgets, more conveniences, but have we lost something in the process? The simplicity of life, the connection with nature, the sense of community, have they been overshadowed by our fast-paced, technology-driven lives? Our ancestors' lives were dictated by the rhythms of nature, the rise and fall of the sun, the change of seasons. They worked hard, but they also knew the value of community, of shared meals and stories, of time spent under the open sky. As we rush through our days, juggling multiple tasks and staring at screens, it's worth taking a moment to reflect. How can we bring some of that simplicity, that connection with nature and with each other, back into our lives? It's not about discarding modern conveniences, but about finding a balance, about remembering that we too are part of the natural world, and that our ancestors knew a thing or two about how to live in harmony with it. So as the sun sets on another day, take a moment to look up at the sky, to listen to the wind, to feel the earth beneath your feet. And remember, every day is a new opportunity to find that balance, to live a little more like our ancestors did, and to appreciate the world around us.